Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Dice, aka Dicem. Forgive me if my voice sounds a little different in this one. I do have a little bit of an issue going on, but regardless, I'm here. Today we got Doomsday versus Thor, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Forgive me for my long absence. It's been a month. I sincerely apologize. Now let's get it. Thor is of course the god of thunder. We know this. We know that Thor is formidable. He is a god, after all. As you'll see here in a moment, Thor is unbelievably powerful, but the exact limit to his power is not known whatsoever. Thor is one of those characters that has an extreme amount of potential. As it stands, he's a beast, he's a boss, he's absolutely badass. But he could be even more powerful. He has that potential. So yeah. Anyways, we know that Thor's main gimmick is his lightning power. That is, of course, his primary ranged attack. Thor is, of course, from the Norse pantheon of gods. He is the son of Odin. And he has a lot of amazing powers. As mentioned previously, he can fly in Earth's atmosphere at around 770 miles per hour, roughly the speed of light. And outside of Earth's atmosphere, he could fly presumably even faster. And he doesn't need his hammer Mjolnir or his axe Stormbreaker. He can literally just use his bare hands and feet to use his lightning powers. He was able to survive an infinity stone being pressed up against his skull. He was able to survive the heat of a dying star, etc. Yeah, he literally held the weight of the dying star, and his own axe Stormbreaker was technically what healed him. After, of course, he was damaged. And as y'all can see here, Thor literally one-shotted a Leviathan all the way back in the first Avengers film before he became even more power amped. So yeah. Not to mention the fact that Thor can literally fight the Hulk, when the Hulk is said to be the strongest there is. It's in fact often debated who is the stronger Avenger, Hulk or Thor. Anyways, yeah. As we see here, Thor even nearly killed Thanos himself, while Thanos had the Infinity Stones. Impaled him right through the chest with Stormbreaker. Thanos had told Thor to go for the head, and so he did. He learns from his mistakes. He has a great battle intellect and has been alive for many, many centuries, giving him much experience. In fact, he's 1,500 years old. He's definitely one of, if not the strongest Avenger, and his weaponry is absolutely incredible. The handle to Stormbreaker was made from Groot, whereas the axe head is made of Uru, a very durable mystical metal. In Thor Love and Thunder, we see that Thor's lightning is in fact so powerful that it can sweep the surface of an entire planetoid and destroy it. Now, Doomsday. Doomsday is a Kryptonian deformity. He is known as the Desecration Without Name. In BVS, Lex Luthor created this quote-unquote cloned version of Doomsday based off of the original Doomsday, who apparently destroyed Krypton's moon. While going through the Kryptonian archives, Lex learned of this OG Doomsday, this Desecration Without Name. And so his contingency plan to destroy Superman was to create this beast. Doomsday was born when General Zod's corpse was reanimated using the Kryptonian technology in the birthing chamber. Doomsday's DNA is composed of human DNA, Kryptonian DNA, and possibly other alien DNA as well. The longer Doomsday stays alive, he continues to evolve and adapt, becoming immensely powerful when he was already severely strong at birth. But yeah, Doomsday, he stands at roughly 20 feet tall, and he's even stronger than Superman physically. His heat vision shoots from his eyes and mouth and was even able to shoot directly past Superman's heat vision and straight through it. Pretty much no matter what you throw at Doomsday, will only make him stronger. His only known weakness is kryptonite. Since he's part Kryptonian, he can absorb kinetic energy. Even that from the blows of superpowered powerhouses. He becomes stronger and stronger by the minute. He even effortlessly survived a nuke to the face. Before Darkseid, Doomsday was definitely the most powerful foe we had seen yet in the DC live-action films, aka the DCEU. Just about nothing but the kryptonite could stop Doomsday. He grew more and more OP with every moment that passed. He is truly the perfect weapon, the perfect organic weapon. He's a monster in every sense of the word. Doomsday is a creature of incomprehensible power, a monster that cannot be tamed. And as you can see here, no matter what you throw at him, he simply becomes stronger. He absorbs that kinetic energy. He is Doomsday. Yes, Thor's axe Stormbreaker is a formidable weapon and could be used against Doomsday, but Doomsday's heat vision is hotter than the surface of the sun, whereas Uru, the metal that Stormbreaker's axe head is made of, can be melted down with the heat of a dying star, meaning that one or more hits from Doomsday's heat vision could completely melt Stormbreaker's axe head. But anyways, yeah. In just about every form of media there is that includes Doomsday, he is basically unstoppable. We all know, spoiler alert, Doomsday even killed Superman. Yes, he literally killed Superman, stabbed him straight through the chest, impaling him with a bone spike. A long bone protrusion that grew right from where his arm was cut off. The thing about this creature is that it cannot be in a leadership role. Similar to Namek, this is an animalistic beast, a creature that takes no orders and follows no orders. It has no loyalty and it shows no loyalty. All it knows is hatred and destruction, and to kill the strongest thing it can find. That's what makes Doomsday so dangerous. That's what makes him so legendary. So hopefully by now y'all are wondering who would win in the fight, Thor or Doomsday. So without further ado, let's get right into the fight. I do genuinely apologize for my absence. I want y'all to know that I am very thankful for you. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Y'all know what time it is. Doomsday notices Thor from a distance as he soars extremely quickly through the sky, wielding Stormbreaker as he crash lands down to the surface of the earth. He rises to his feet as he stares into Doomsday's hollow eyes as Doomsday roars out, unleashing a vicious animalistic roar as he charges directly at Thor and goes to kick the living shit out of him as Thor leaps through the air and goes to implant his axe directly in Doomsday's chest. Doomsday simply punches Thor, causing him to go soaring back, absolutely flying so many feet that he goes penetrating through the concrete down into the earth, as then Doomsday leaps through the air, coming crash landing down. He lands on the ground, creating a large crater as he begins punching the ground, causing it to crumble beneath him as he reaches Thor, gripping him up by his throat. Thor goes to hack him right in the skull with Stormbreaker, but Doomsday dodges his head out of the way and headbutts the shit out of Thor. Thor kicks him over and over and over before he viciously knees him and hits him with an electrifying punch. Doomsday is dazed as his head is knocked back to the side. Thor gets up as the 20-foot Doomsday grips him up by his skull, lifting him up off the ground. He wails him through the air, tossing him like a rag doll as he goes flying. He's sent flying through multiple layers of earth before coming through the surface and crashing through multiple buildings. Doomsday leaps back to the surface. Thor grunts and leaps through the air, bringing Stormbreaker down over his head, impaling Doomsday directly in the chest as lightning flows through his entire body. Thor leaps down, calling his axe back to him as he grips it in his hand. Doomsday runs up and kicks Thor so hard he flies through the air, as Doomsday then leaps through the air after him as he catches up to him, gripping him up by his leg and slamming him down, causing him to plummet down to the Earth's surface. As he hits the ground so hard, a huge crater is formed as a shockwave completely sweeps the surface of the ground. Thor sees Doomsday crash landing towards him. He shoots a very powerful bolt of lightning directly from the axe head of Stormbreaker at Doomsday and hits him so hard that he goes flying back with an explosion of electricity right out of the sky and crash lands to the ground, plummeting, hitting the ground so hard that he crushes and absolutely obliterates and destroys the ground below. He begins to rapidly evolve as Thor gets back up, preparing himself for battle. Thor summons a massive lightning strike from the sky. As it comes crashing down, Doomsday unleashes his heat vision directly up into the sky, hitting the beam of lightning, and it pushes directly past it. Doomsday charges at Thor, extending his leg out, kicking him so hard that he goes to fly through the air as Doomsday grips him up by his leg, slamming him into the ground. He then stomps on him so hard that he cracks open the ground as he then pummels him, throwing blow after blow, knocking them deeper and deeper into the ground until they both fall into the center of the earth, directly in lava. Thor flies using Stormbreaker straight through the lava, hitting Doomsday with the top of the axe head directly under the jaw as he flies up and straight through the ground up to the surface as Doomsday unleashes a nuclear pulse that blows all the way through the ground, breaking through to the surface and scorching Thor's flesh. As it sends him flying back, Doomsday leaps through the ground and unleashes his heat vision directly at Thor. Thor blocks it with Stormbreaker as he's sent flying back. Doomsday unleashes his heat vision from his eyes and mouth once more, sending Thor flying back as the beam hits the Uru axe head, making it so red hot it becomes molten as the beam shoots straight through, hitting Thor directly in the skull, blowing his head to pieces and disintegrating the chunks that fly apart. Anyway, it's been your boy Dyson, and I'm outie.